On a recent trip to Turkey, I fell in love with Boreks. Now, Borek is a Turkish or Middle Eastern pastry filled with all kinds of different things. So I'm going to show you how to make a spiral Borek, even though they do come in all different shapes and sizes. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a little egg wash. I've got 125 grams of melted butter, 1 egg, which I'm just going to crack into the butter, and also half a cup of milk. Just using a fork, just lightly whisk that together. For my Borek, I'm going to use filo pastry. Just ensure that it's defrosted and come to room temperature before you start the recipe. And also, filo pastry is delicate, so do handle it carefully and keep a damp tea towel on top of your pastry when you're not using it so it doesn't dry out. So I've just got a pastry brush, just dip that into my egg milk mixture and lightly brush the filo. Make 4 layers of filo, including the base. So there's 1. Top that with another sheet and press down. And then repeat the process. Now this milk, egg, butter mixture will ensure that there's some nice soft pieces of filo, but also some nice crunchy pieces as well. So once you've prepared your pastry, it's time to put in your filling. So I've got a mixture of beautiful lamb mince with harissa and a few other things like pine nuts and currants. Now you can find the full recipe for this on coles.com.au. If you've ever made a sausage roll before, it's very, very similar. So I'm just making a thin, long sausage shape about 1/4 of the way up the pastry. So just take the bottom edge of your pastry and roll it over onto your mixture, your filling, and then tightly roll it over itself. So really, you're making the ultimate sausage roll. So once you've sealed your edge, use a large round baking dish and place the first part of our spiral Borek on the outside edge of the dish. Now I'm going to repeat this process to fill the baking dish and to create a spiral effect for my Borek. So when you've made your last roll, so just twist it around. So that looks pretty good. Just pat it down so that it fills out the dish completely. So to finish this off, just use some of the extra egg and milk mixture and lightly brush it over the Borek. Now I've preheated my oven to 180 if you're using fan forced, and I'm going to garnish the Borek with some poppy seeds and also some white sesame seeds. And that's ready to go into the oven for 40 minutes. My spiral Borek is done. It smells delicious and I cannot wait to tuck in and eat.